Hi everybody, Levi Clay here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a review of one of my favourite pieces of software, and that software is Neck Diagrams. The number one, in fact, the must-own piece of software for anyone looking to improve their diagram writing skills. That could be to share with students or for your own personal study. Top piece of software, I've been using it for over a decade, and I'm very happy to show you the ins and outs of how it works. Check out the link in the description, grab yourself a copy. I couldn't work without it, and I'm sure this is going to be something that you will thank me for later. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to go on over to Neck Diagrams. Now in Neck Diagrams, we can create diagrams, and we can do that incredibly quickly and easily. So if I click a new diagram, a blank diagram, it really is as simple as coming over here on the left, selecting a diagram that I want, a horizontal diagram in this case, and then clicking on the page. That's going to then bring in a horizontal diagram for me, which looks, does it look how I want it to? Maybe. To be honest, I use these yellow looking diagrams all the time, but maybe you don't want that. Maybe you want your diagrams to be, you want to have white fretboards. You can do that. Maybe you want your fret wire to be bright red or pink. You can do that if that's something that you want to do. When we start putting notes on, we can change the colours of things. Maybe you want the nut to match that, bright pink. Sure, why not? Maybe we want our fret markers to also be bright pink. I don't know why, but you can. You can make your diagrams look however you want. Let me come back over here. We can adjust how many frets are on the diagram. So I might need 15 frets for a diagram. I might only need 6 frets for a diagram. All of these are options and they're all available to us. When I put 15 up on here, I might look at this and go, ooh, the frets are looking a bit thick. Maybe I change the width of the fret wires to small. Suddenly they take up less space. We have these levels of control, and it's a really nice touch. One of the real nice touches that I like actually is, look at the ends of the frets. You can round them off, which is a really subtle difference when you look in on that. With rounded ends and with square ends. That might be something that you want. Maybe you want to show the edges of the fretboard. All of these options are absolutely available to you in Neck Diagrams, and I love it. I love the customization that you have available to you. You could really create something that fits in line with your brand as a teacher or as a student, or how you like to visualize things. You can use all manner of tools for visualizing where notes fall in scales, etc. Let's look at how we put notes into Neck Diagrams. So it really is as simple as coming over here and clicking on any one of these icons over here. Let's go for the solid dots. And let's say I want to draw myself in a C major 7 arpeggio. Now I can just do that just by clicking the notes in. Boom. And I've got a C major 7 arpeggio for myself there. But we can go much more in depth than that. So if I click on this root note, to me this is the root note, I can tell Neck Diagrams that this is the root note. And when you do that, boom, suddenly all of my intervals display on the diagram. And I've got it set that way because I've told it to have intervals on the diagram, but I could go in there and have fingerings if I wanted, or the names of the notes, or I could have no notes on any given and no text on any note if I wanted to. If that's something that you want to do, it's something that you can absolutely go in and do. You can go in and tweak the shape of the notes if you wanted to. You can really, it's incredible just how much you can go about doing on this. Let's flesh this out a little bit more. So this is actually a lot of the way that I do my diagrams with my students. Is I'll use solid notes for notes that are contained in the chord, so arpeggio tones, and then when I start fleshing that out with scale tones, I can do it like this, and then suddenly we can see a distinction between notes that are in the chord and notes that are in the scale. A great tool for doing that. And I should probably point this out, I'm a huge fan of Neck Diagrams, not just the software, but as a concept, drawing out neck diagrams for yourself. Not having a book that has all of your neck diagrams in, but drawing out diagrams, because it's the drawing out of the diagrams that teaches you the material. If you have a poster on the wall with 100 chords on it, you will never learn those chords because they're there for you. I don't really have any saved diagrams in Neck Diagrams. I have no reason to have saved diagrams in Neck Diagrams because I just draw them out. It's so quick and easy. The act of drawing the diagrams out over and over and over increases my speed and my ability to actually draw those diagrams out. So super effective. Let's put in another diagram. Let's go down here. So I don't want something as big as that. Maybe I want something with just 5 frets. Make it nice and square. Let's do some customization on this. So we are going to draw in the A minor pentatonic scale. So we want our diagram to start at fret 5. And using my fretboard buttons, I'm going to put the root notes in as squares so we can really see where those notes are. Boom. But let's see how effective we can really make this piece of software. How much of a learning tool can we make this? I want to do the blue scale, so I'm going to put some additional notes in there, like this. But it's actually better than this when you really think about it, because I can click these notes if I wanted to, and I could override their colours, and I could make them blue. Because, I mean, this is the blues note, right? So why don't I make these notes blue? So we can really see when we're doing our practice that these notes, they're part of the scale, but these are the blues notes. It's a wonderful tool for that. Maybe when looking at this diagram, let's click back to our diagram. There we go. Maybe we don't want these fret markers on the bottom. So I'm just going to click this down here and get rid of those fret numbers. I don't want a footer on this. So let's get rid of that footer. But I want some text on this. Boom. Nice and effective diagram. And as I say, yellow might not be your look. Maybe you want something a little bit more customized. This is some diagrams that I did for Riff Hard, where we wanted that ebony looking fretboard because John uses an ebony fretboard. We've got our fret wires and our strings. We've got text to give the students the materials that they need. You can really, the sky is the limit with stuff like this. And we're really just scratching the surface of the things that are possible in this. If you're drawing chord diagrams, you could have notes connected like this, so we can see that there's a connection between those notes. Or you could insert images into your files if that was what you wanted to do. We can do text, all manner of things. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool. The sky is the limit with it, to be honest. We're looking at these, and these are obviously 6-string diagrams, but if I click on this and go over to our library of tunings, well, this is just some of the tunings that I use. But if I go into the library of tunings, I could go for guitar 7-string, 8-string. I could make 8-string tunings, his standard 8-string tunings, but I can create any custom tuning for this that you might need. If you needed to do pedal steel guitars, or if you needed to do, obviously I have books on slide guitar, and part of those books, most of those books are in open tunings. So I'm making fretboard diagrams and I put in my open tunings. That way all of the intervals are going to be correct. It's a wonderful selection of tools at your disposal. But it doesn't just stop there, because we can actually use neck diagrams to play our diagrams. If I go up here into edit, I could click play arpeggio. It's right there for us. We can use it as a tool for these things, for learning chords, the sounds of the chords. If you wanted to do that, that is absolutely an option. We can also use the scale generator to generate the scale for us if we're not sure of the notes. We could come down here and we could click the given intervals that we want. Sorry, use custom map. I could click the given intervals that I want, or I can go up and just select exactly what it is that I want. And it's got every possible scale that you could really imagine in here. And of course, you're able to create the ones that you can't imagine. I go in here and click melodic minor, yeah, Ionian flat 3, Dorian natural 7, Justin. Click on next. I want this in the key of C. I want this 3 notes per string. Let's go between let's have this between frets 8 and 12. And we want the title on the diagram. So when I click finish on that, boom, my fretboard diagram has been drawn for me. I didn't even, if you're unfamiliar with a scale, you can use this as a way of actually learning your scales and your arpeggios. What an incredible tool, what a wonderful tool, and you can do everything so quickly and efficiently. It is an absolute must-own. So just taking a quick look at the Neck Diagrams website, head on over, check it out, link in the description, ultimate fretboard diagram software. It is really as easy as point and click, endless customization, any instrument that you can imagine. It has everything that you could possibly want. Good old Justin there. And if I click on buy it now, 3 different versions that you can check out. The standard version, core editing features, perfect for hobbyists. Pro, of course, I'm using Pro, sometimes a bit of publisher. Lots of features available for you, 100% money back guarantee. Definitely worth checking out. I've been using it, as I say, for over 10 years. I love it. You can see it over all of my videos. Huge fan. Well worth checking out. If you have any questions about neck diagrams, though, please do let me know in that comment section below. One more time, check out the link in the description. Go and get yourself a copy of Neck Diagrams and let me know how you get on with it. Much love, guys, and I will see you for another video soon. Goodbye.